having a look at, and this week we're going to be looking at who is on tour with the Gig Cartel. It's going to be cool. Welcome along. Amazingly, they've invited me to do this again. I thought it was going to be a 1 week wonder, but I guess they must not have had anyone else crazy enough to do this again. All right, let's kick things off, shall we? So, as the slide says, the Gig Cartel, bands on tour. This is bands where we've got multiple dates, original artists on tour with the Gig Cartel. Let's kick things off. So, first things first, starting next week, I believe that is 22nd of April, we've got the third instalment of Newton Faulkner's Feels Like Home tour. So if you're unfamiliar with this tour, it's very simple. It's just Newton and his acoustic guitar, very much stripped back, very intimate. A lot of talking about the songs, incredible live performances. Newton also does guitar workshops for a lot of acoustic artists before the show, so that's an additional option that people can select if they so choose to. They're very popular, those, and they're sort of like songwriter, what would the word be, critique sort of round sessions where Newton sort of does a bit of a deep dive into other artists' writing and offers insights and stuff. So that's the Feels Like Home tour. It's kicking off 22nd of April, Milton Keynes Stables. It's running through Ilkley, Whitley Bay, New Brighton, Stoke, Lytham, Warwick, Stamford, Barnsley, York, Bury St Edmunds, Reading, Stroud. Going to the Isle of Wight for the first time. That's really cool, isn't it? Southampton and all the way down in Penzance. Nice to see a little date down that neck of the woods for once. Really cool. Newton Faulkner, Feels Like Home tour, part 3, kicking off very soon. You know what to do if you want to go to that, guys. You just head to the gigcartel.com website where you'll find tickets for what's left of these. I imagine some of these are sold out, if not close to. They usually are. And you can join us. Not too late to join if you are lucky enough to live near one of these venues that's not yet sold out. Let's keep going, shall we? Who else we got on top? Next up we've got Mr. Mark Chadwick. Can you guys see that? Just trying to avoid this screen glare here that's going on. Mark Chadwick of the Levellers fame has been on tour doing solo shows, and it's been going very well. He has just recently done a 3 dates where he went to do Stowmarket, John Peel Centre, Real Time Live in Chesterfield, and the Adelphi, the new Adelphi in Hull. And he's had a week off. I think there was some Levellers shows. And now he's back on the road tonight, actually, kicking things off in Bradford at Tapestry Arts. So it's not too late if you want to go see Mark Chadwick in Yorkshire tonight. You can do at the Tapestry Arts Centre in Bradford on a Thursday night. That sounds like a good bit of fun. On Saturday, he's going to be at Gloucester Guildhall. Later in the year, in October, we have got Mark playing at Corby the Cube, Grimsby Docks Academy, Stoke Sugar Mill, and Bury the Met. How cool is that going to be? There you go, Mark Chadwick of the Levellers. Next up, we've got the wonderful Lucy Spraggan, ladies and gentlemen. Always a good night with Lucy on the road. Excuse me, I've just got to blow my nose. Lucy is going to be performing at both Birdwell venue in Barnsley and at Bakewell Thornbridge Brewery. And what is not on this slide, but is a new show that should be on there, is in May, Lucy's going to be performing at the Picture Drums. Let's get you a date for that, shall we? Lucy had a great show at the Picture Drum last year. It's great to have her back. 31st of May on that one. Really good fun show. Stripped back acoustic shows. Very intimate, very informal. Same great songs. Well worth checking out. Already sold out in Bakewell, I'm just being told. And yeah, still limited amount of tickets left for Barnsley and Home Firth, should you so choose to join us for Lucy's Bragging. Cool. Next up we've got Mr. Walter Trout. It's a blues rock icon, ladies and gentlemen. Legend? Quite possibly. He's coming. And the interesting about this tour is last time Walter toured the UK, there was a distinct lack of shows in the south of England. So what Walter and his team wanted to do this time was give special special attention to the south of England, which makes it quite a fun tour because it's going into Warwick, Cardiff, Southampton, Exeter, Cambridge and Brighton. As you can see, look, very, very in the south. And what I think is really cool about this tour is that the special guest on the tour is the wonderful Cam Cole. Yes, the incredible one-man band that is Cam Cole, and is, you know, in his own right, very much an incredible headline artist. So, plenty of bang for your buck on this Walter Trout May tour. Well worth checking it out if you are down south. Why not get yourself to one of these gigs, because they're going to be really awesome. Walter Trout touring the UK in May. Okay, next up we've got Robert John and the Wreck. What can we say about Robert John and the Wreck? Wonderful band from California. Blues rock, southern fried, outlaw, rock and roll kind of vibes. Massive guitar solos, big choruses. Planet rock radio kind of vibes. They are darlings of Planet Rock Radio, to be fair. Everyone loves this band that's into that kind of stuff. Selling out most of their shows. We're looking to have 3 gigs on sale for Robert John and the Wreck. Those are taking place at Home Firth Pitcherdome here. We're in Home Firth now, if you didn't know that. We're based here in Home Firth. Robert John and the Wreck coming to perform at Home Firth Pitcherdome on the 27th of April. So not long at all now, folks. And on 7th of May, Gloucester Guildhall. 8th of May, Chester, the Live Rooms. What's not to love? Robert John and the Wreck on tour in April and May. Come and join them. Oh, nearly skipped a slide there. How could I skip the wonderful Glenn Tilbrook of Squeeze, ladies and gentlemen? You never thought it could happen with him and the girl from Clapham, but it is happening in Barnsley at Birdwell venue on the 16th of May. And on a Thursday night at Chester, the Live Rooms, 22nd of May. Glenn Tilbrook, ladies and gentlemen. Oh, Squeeze, the voice of Squeeze, on tour next month. Why not come and join us? Really intimate shows. You know, he talks a lot about his songwriting, and it's very stripped back. It's usually just him on his own with his acoustic guitar. Very, very, very informative and informal and heartwarming shows. Well worth coming along to if you're into a bit of Squeeze. What can we say? We have strong links to Sheffield here at the Gig Cartel. Based there for many years now, based here in Home Firth. And of course, Heaven 17 are one of our home city's finest exports. The synth pop legends, 80s heroes are on tour in May and July, bringing their show to Cambridge Junction, to Bury St Edmunds the Apex, and pick of the bunch for you, ladies and gentlemen, Barnsley Birdwell venue. That is such a cool booking, you know, to have a legendary South Yorkshire band in a South Yorkshire venue. What's not to love? 3rd of July, Heaven 17 at Barnsley Birdwell venue. Come and join us. Talking of Yorkshire bands, look, check it out. Look, can you guys see this? We got another awesome Yorkshire band on the road this summer. A lot of these are like festival warm-ups for the mighty Terrorvision. I've just noticed on YouTube it's like flipped. You'll have to use your imagination on this on these slides. We've got the wonderful Terrorvision on tour. They're playing at Stoke, the Sugar Mill, on the 21st of June. They're coming to Home for Picture Dome, fast becoming a local for the guys, on the 16th of August. And then finally, it's a big outdoor special up in Sunderland at the fire station on 29th of August. It's going to be really cool. Terrorvision playing. I think, I will try and find out for you. I think Pet Needs might be on support. Don't quote me on that, but go and seek and you shall find the support act for Sunderland, the fire station, is a very good one. Terrorvision on tour this summer. Festival warm-ups. What's not to love? Okay, next up we got Gary Davies. Gary Davies on the radio, woo. Or so the jingle goes, I'm told. Top of the Pops, ex-presenter, Radio 2 guy, I think. Anyway, selector, plays a lot of 80s deep cuts and just dance floor fillers from the 80s. These nights are crazy, like they sell out, everyone fancy dress, big nostalgia hits for people who's, you know, that's their era. Gary Davies, kick up the 80s. Touring throughout the year. Coming to Home for Picture Dome, Bath, Comedia, Newcastle, Wylam Brewery. That's going to be really cool. What a place for that. Bury St Edmunds, the Apex, Chester Live Rooms, Norwich Waterfront, and, you'll notice a theme here, Barnsley Birdwell Venue. Gary Davies, come and join us. A very similar show, very similar show. Martin Kemp, also on tour this year. He's going to be playing at Leamington Smart Assembly on the 3rd of May. That's pretty soon, that. What's that, a couple of weeks away? Still a few tickets left for Martin Kemp at Leamington Smart Assembly. Home for Picture Dome, Bury St Edmunds Apex. And check it out, Farsley Old Woolen. That'll sell out. Xmas special. Just before Christmas. A bit of Martin Kemp at Old Woolen in Farsley. Why not? Why not? It's another legend. Punk legend Johnny Rotten is bringing his band Public Image Limited. These guys are touring absolutely everywhere this summer. We're lucky to have 2 shows on sale. Those are at Sheffield, the Lead Mill, and at Home for Picture Dome. Why not join us for some Johnny Rotten this summer? You know, it's always going to be a great night with Johnny Rotten in the building. Come and join us. Public Image Limited. Okay, next up we got the Derry Boys coming back over. I think one of my favourite nights this to work. Always great. One of the UK's finest. The Undertones, bringing teenage kicks all around the UK. This summer and beyond. Coming to Cardiff, Tramshed, Exeter, Phoenix, Bath, Comedia, Stockton, at Bournemouth Old Fire Station, Newcastle Boiler Shop. That's going to be cool. And the big one, 6th of December, London, Shepherd's Bush, Empire. What's not to love? It's a really big year for the Undertones this year, playing some massive venues. Rightly so. One of the hardest working bands on the circuit, forever touring. What's not to love? Undertones on tour with the Gig Cartel from May through to December. Okay, well, we did last time. I don't know if any of you guys tuned into the last live stream we did, but I was doing some learning about Teenage Fan Club because you'll have to forgive my ignorance. I can't know everything, but they sound really cool. Renowned Glasgow 5-piece. Touring, I don't think they tour a lot, these guys. There's certainly a lot of fanfare when they announced that they were going to be doing some dates. And they're really cool venues that the guys are playing. We've got them at Chester Live Room, Sunderland Fire Station. How cool's this? Castleton Devil's Arse. You can see Teenage Fan Club live in an actual cave, ladies and gentlemen, on the 29th of August. Home for the Picturedrome, 30th of August, and up in Carlisle on the 31st of August. That's really cool, neat little tour, isn't it? Teenage Fan Club, come and get involved. Just checking, everything's still working, we're looking good. Cool. Next up, we've got the mighty FM, bringing the Brotherhood Tour to life this September. FM, we just had a brilliant acoustic tour with these guys, and before that we did a really cool tour. This tour, the special guests on it are absolutely insane. We've got the wonderful Brave Rival, Tigers of Pantang, that's such a great mixture, and a good friend of the Gig Cartel, Jack J. Hutchinson. These guys are touring absolutely everywhere. Grimsby, Barnsley, Edinburgh, Newcastle, Bristol, Cardiff, Gloucester, Colchester, London, Wolverhampton, Manchester, Leeds, Chester, Southend. FM on tour in September. Next up we've got Wishbone Ash. That's right. They are on the road. The legendary guys behind who very much pioneered that kind of twin guitar sound. Absolutely massive band back in the day. Wishbone Ash on tour throughout September and October. It's a really nice extensive run for these guys. That's such a brilliant band, massive die-hard fan base. It's great to see. We've got AshCon taking place. Wishbone Ash, AshCon. The Wishbone Ash convention taking place on the 20th of September at Chester Live Rooms. And yeah, the tour goes all over. Lytham, Southport, Galashiels, Haddington, Glasgow, Leeds, Manchester, Bilston, Stamford, Lincoln, Bury St Edmunds, Islington, Gloucester and Basingstoke. Wishbone Ash on tour, still killing it. Why not come and join us for a wicked Wishbone Ash show? Next up we got When Rivers Meet, very much again, darlings of the blues rock world, UK blues rock rising talent. These guys absolutely rose to prominence through lockdown, actually. You know, a lot of artists kind of really struggled to gain traction during lockdown, but these guys were absolutely sort of killing it on live streams. And, you know, off the back of that, when lockdown restrictions were lifted, they were touring everywhere, everything selling out. Everyone loves a bit of When Rivers Meet, and they are still at it, rocking it harder than ever, back on the road for the Tree of Life tour throughout October and November. Touring absolutely everywhere: Bath, Stamford, Newbury, Aberdeen, Southport, Manchester, London, Wolverhampton, Barnsley, Gateshead, Carlisle, Cardiff, Chester, Gloucester and Reading. That many dates that you've got to take a deep breath halfway through and catch your breath, eh? When Rivers Meet, Planet Rock presents tour. You know it's going to be a banger. Why not come and join us? Let's keep moving swiftly on, shall we? Right. We've got the wonderful Ferocious Dog on tour with friends of the Gig Cartel. Voodoo Radio as special guests. What's not to love? Ferocious Dog will be playing at Stoke Sugar Mill. They'll be playing at Bury the Met. They'll be playing at Chester Live Rooms, Lincoln Drill and Leicester O2 Academy. Ferocious Dog. What's not to love? On tour with the Gig Cartel this October, November. Come and join us. Hell yeah. We've got the wonderful New Model Army. It's the rescheduled tour from last year. Brilliant to see these dates are still on. It was great to see them rescheduled and not cancelled. Here they are, October. We are lucky enough to be hosting New Model Army in Birmingham, in Sheffield, in Lincoln and in Manchester. These are going to be absolutely wonderful gigs. What's not to love, ladies and gentlemen? New Model Army, rescheduled tour dates taking place this October. Coming up now. Can't wait for that. It's going to be awesome. Okay, we'll keep going, shall we? It's another Planet Rock Presents tour. If you guys didn't know, we work really closely with Planet Rock Radio and bring lots of these wonderful blues rock acts on tour throughout the UK. This is one of Planet Rock's very much championed artists, Chris Barris. Is back on the road with a new project, The Hollow Souls, which sort of sees Chris sort of taking a step back towards his roots, which is blues rock. Yeah, they've already released one track which had Jared J. Nichols on it. Testing my knowledge now of blues. And yeah, went straight on Planet Rock A-list radio. And we announced the tour off the back of that, and it's been flying out. Very extensive run. Planet Rock presents Chris Barris Hollow Souls, coming to Bedford, Chesterfield, London, Stowmarket, Shoreham, Cardiff Leek, Gloucester, Norwich, Grimsby, Huddersfield, Birmingham. It's another one where you've got to take a deep breath, isn't it? It's really extensive. Stockton, Carlisle, Glasgow, Edinburgh, York, Blackpool, I should say, Southampton, and down in Tavistock. Hollow Souls, that's going to be really cool. Get behind it. This is a fun tour. Of course, many of you guys will know the wonderful Hasty Dixie. Been touring for many a year. Years on. Hasty Dixie, why the hell have we never had been here before? It's a fun lot of normally see touring acts performing in. We are fortunate enough to be hosting the guys twice. We're doing Farsley Old Woolen, that's going to be an absolutely awesome gig. And we're doing Ulverston the Corro, really mixing it up. Up in Cumbria, isn't it? Ulverston. So why not come and join us for some bluegrass, rootin' tootin' covers, all them classic rock, legendary songs performed in a bluegrass style by Hasty Dixie. October. Next up we got Hugh Cornwell, the Stranglers man. The man behind all of those wonderful The Stranglers hits is on tour with his band and special guests, the fabulous Correttes, throughout November. Who's going to be coming from Norwich all the way to Newcastle and everywhere in between. Come and get some tour. Hugh Cornwell. Come and get some indeed. Hey. Wow, Focus. Still on the road, sounding just as much fun as ever. Hocus Pocus, Focus. Yodeling, fluting. They're Dutch, aren't they? Focus. They're from Dutch, guys, yeah? Yeah. Testing my knowledge here. Fun show, these guys. Very much a legendary gig now, I guess. We are fortunate enough to be hosting them in November, coming to Southport, Manchester, and Lytham. Focus. What's next? We got Canadian rock and roll of the finest caliber in the form of The Damn Truth, coming to tour in the UK. Every time these guys come over, they just get absolute rave reviews about how good the gig was, and it's just nice to see it just steady building and a band, committed to coming over to the UK each year and just growing on the year previous. This is an absolutely awesome tour. New album out. Guys playing Norwich, Leek, Manchester, Sheffield, Glasgow, Newcastle, Leeds, Bedford. That's going to be cool. Bedford Esquires. London Underworld. How about that for a gig? That's a great spot to see The Damn Truth on a Friday night, no less. Brigwater, Cobblestones, Cardiff, The Globe. The Damn Truth on tour, ladies and gentlemen, in November. Keep an eye out for that one. Okay, next up, we have got, all the way from the Hebrides, the wonderful Skerivore are on tour. It's their 20th anniversary tour, guys. And what's really lovely about this run of shows, there's a few of us, but we're fortunate enough to have 4 of them, is that the guys have picked out some of their favourite venues in England. And it's going to be very sort of select shows where they're just very much, because it's the 20th anniversary of the band, wanting to play the venues that they really love. They're going to be hitting Carlisle Old Fire Station, Newcastle Boiler Shop, London Islington Assembly, and Home Firth Picturedome this November. Skerivore, wonderful band, well worth checking out. Highly recommend you do. Okay, we'll keep this going. Next up, talking of bands from abroad, Bywater Call, also Canadian, ladies and gentlemen. Is that correct?
Yeah.
Yeah, also Canadian, also coming over. And special guest Dan Patlansky from South Africa. Really international bill, this one. Coming to tour in November. Playing at London, Southend, Gloucester, Newcastle, Glasgow, Leeds, Manchester and Southampton. Bywater Call. Killer band, brilliant songs, sensational live. Would highly recommend getting to one of these shows if you can. And to have the wonderful Dan Patlansky on support doing his loop station thing. That's just going to be a lot of bang for your buck. Really recommend getting to one of these gigs. And just having a listen to Bywater Call, actually, because they're just a great band that deserve to be heard. And I'd really recommend checking them out. Planet Rock Radio presents again. On tour in November. You know what to do. Okay, from already looking, can you believe, at 2026, where did the years go? It's crazy. Tommy Emmanuel, ladies and gentlemen, is going to be back in the UK doing his thing. Got to be one of the world's greatest guitar players. If you're not familiar with Tommy Emmanuel, you need to get onto YouTube and watch this man tear up an acoustic guitar. It's like he takes an acoustic guitar and makes it into a full band. You know, he's doing the drums, he's doing the bass notes, he's doing the chords, and somehow the melody as well. It's some sort of wizardry that I don't understand. That's why he's taken the world by storm, and that's why we're lucky enough to have him back in January. Performing in Manchester, Gateshead, Edinburgh, Lytham, Birmingham, Ipswich and London. Really good coverage of the UK there. What's Not to Love, Tommy Emmanuel. Come check it out. That's the end of our stream, ladies and gentlemen. It would not be a Gig Cartel live stream without a little bit of a ticket deal offer. And, you know, there is somewhat of a QVC element to what's going on here, you know. Yes. We like to give you guys a deal. The deal this week is you can come and see Katie Ellis, Taylor Swift tribute, nearly 20% off for the evening show at Home Firth Picturedome next weekend. Come check it out. I think the guys are going to be putting this in the chat somewhere. There was a matinee show that's already sold out. There's not many left for the evening. Come and join us if you fancy it. If you're a Swiftie, you know, many people are, it seems. So there you go. Okay, thank you so much, everyone, for tuning in for another live stream with us all. It's been an absolute pleasure. Let us know what you think. I hope you've all been enjoying spending some time with Gig Cartel. Let us know who you want to see in your local venues. Maybe we can help you out. As ever, the Gig Cartel, if you'd like to follow us, we are on Instagram, we're on LinkedIn, we're on Blue Sky, we're on Threads, TikTok, Facebook, YouTube, we are everywhere. Come see us. Thanks for watching, everyone, and we'll see you all again next time. Goodbye, 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 goodbye.